Hey church, this is Pastor James. I'm out here in a beautiful field, just taking a moment to reflect on the early church. And as I began recording this message, someone from the church walked by, and it was such a good experience because I felt what I believe the early church also felt and is described in Acts 4. It says these characteristics were true of the church, that they were of one heart and mind, and that they cared about each other so much that no one ever said the words "this is mine" about anything. The early church also is described as having apostles who were continually talking about Jesus and sharing the truth of his love with one another. And the last characteristic I'd like to talk about today is how there was no one among the apostles who was in need. What a great description of an early church that I believe is no different than the church today. Now, they didn't have a model. They weren't following any script. They weren't trying to be like anybody else. They were just operating out of the love in their hearts that they had for one another and sharing that love in every way possible. So I pray that today you'd be encouraged and that tonight you would start to reflect, and over the coming weeks you'd reflect on what it means to be the church, and that it's less about big gatherings than it is really about caring for one another. And so I'm so thankful that during this time of sheltering in place, we have discovered more about what it means to be the church than ever before, and have drawn closer to God and closer to each other as we have actually helped each other in extraordinary ways. And every time that we get to help each other, we get to be the church even more. So I hope you guys are having a great experience as you reflect on this, and that you know that I'm praying for you. Take care. Bye.